Former Rep. George Santos pleads guilty to fraud charges. I remember when all this blew up around the end of last year, 2023. I knew his ass was lying. I knew his ass was lying. All his lies caught up to him. But it says this is an article from NBC News, and it reads Santos was expelled from Congress on December 1st following allegations of wire fraud and identity theft. Damn. George Santos, the disgraced former congressman whose political career unraveled after he admitted having fabricated key elements of his background, pleaded guilty Monday to a pair of felony fraud charges. This man is a going to be a felon. This is crazy. Santos, who was expelled from Congress on December 1st, was facing a 23 count superseding indictment in U.S. District Court in New York, including charges of wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, and making materially false statements to the Federal Election Commission. He was initially indicted on 13 counts in May last year. Can you imagine? Like how did he get this far and nobody said anything? Like nobody caught on, nobody said anything. Like he fraud. How does this even happen without it catching up to him sooner? Like nobody looked into his background. Nobody checked anything. This is crazy. Okay, the article goes on to say, I deeply regret my conduct. I fully accept responsibility for my actions, and I understand my actions have betrayed the trust of my supporters, Santos said in court on Monday. I remember he denied all the charges. I remember they would chase him to his office, and oh my God, he would almost break into a sprint trying to get away from the paparazzi, from the news crew. It was so. I knew he was lying then. I knew he was lying. But it goes on to say he appeared to be choking back. Girl, forget the tears. Forget the tears. You lied. You lied, and you lied. What are tears gonna do now? Whew. He appeared to be choking back tears as he spoke to reporters outside the Alphonse M. D'Amato U.S. Courthouse in Central Islip afterward. I am dedicated to making amends for the wrongs I have committed, he said. This plea is not just an admission of guilt, it's an acknowledgement I need to be held accountable like any other American that breaks the law. And you do, you're right. And I hope your former president, Donald Trump, he needs to be held accountable for his crimes too. So we'll see what happens. Prosecutors accused Santos, a New York Republican, of stealing people's identities and making charges on on his own donors' credit cards without their authorization, lying to the FEC and, by extension, the public about the financial state of his campaign. You little rascal. Of course this was going to catch up to you. Of course it was. Like, how did you not see this coming? Mm. He rode into court on a campaign of lies. U.S. Attorney Breon Peace told reporters outside court, and now finally under oath, told the truth. And the truth is that he's a criminal. You right about that? You are right about that. And now he about to be a felon. As part of the deal, Santos pleaded guilty to the wire fraud and identity theft charges, but admitted to all of the conduct he was charged with, including falsely claiming COVID unemployment benefits when he was employed. Oh, you dirty. Swindling donors and using the identities of his relatives to enrich himself and live a luxurious lifestyle. You dirty bitch. But by pleading guilty, Mr. Santos has acknowledged that he repeatedly defrauded federal and state government institutions as well as his own family, supporters, and constituents. His flagrant and disgraceful conduct has been exposed and will be punished, he said in a statement later Monday. The charges carry a minimum of 2 years in prison and a maximum of 22 years. Lock him up. Lock him up. That's all I gotta say. Lock him up. What do you think about this George Santos guy? I This is what he deserves. How did you not see this coming? How did it work out in your head? You didn't think anybody was going to check up on you, check into your background. You didn't think the donors you were stealing from were going to say anything. This is stupid. This is so stupid and ignorant. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Comment below and follow for more.